like, I really loved smartphones when they were first coming around, but like, I've gone the complete in bed with your girl. Like, yo, we just fucking woke up. I'm trying to cuddle your ass. Why in the fuck are you looking at your phone right now? Like, I'm about to get out of this fucking bed because you looked at that. You can look at your phone anywhere. Like, fuck that, dude.
I think that is something that should be discussed, you know, as opposed to, you know, just kind of blatantly. Yeah, because sometimes
isn't it one of those like unspoken rules? Like sometimes your best batter like bats third in baseball. Like motherfuckers like don't do this shit and don't do that shit in football. Like they don't do.
Yeah,
like there's unspoken rules in every part of life.
Who the fuck grew up knowing about cell phones?
I grew up knowing about courtesy. Before cell phones, there was the TV. If you wake up and we have a TV in our room, before you talk to me and you flick the fucking TV on and start looking for shit, well, wait, okay, that's different. That's different. You may not want to wake them up. You may not want to wake them up.
I'll just say
that example with the TV. That example with the TV.
I'll just say if I get up
like,
and I turn that motherfucking TV on,
that's different.
As soon as you come on, I'm gonna mute that bitch.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Don't wake you up.
That's different.
And I'm gonna try to turn it up a little bit, and I'm gonna watch me something. You know what I'm saying? But the phone
is different.
Yeah, it's way different. No, it's way different. If you get up and get to checking messages and jumping on Instagram and all this shit,
up already. It's already known that we're both up already.
Yeah.
And you're
if we both wake up at the same time. Now you've been
I turn off my alarm. You wake up at the same time. Go to your fucking phone before you talk to me.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Like, wait a minute.
That's 100% a problem. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I that's a problem that I can't deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I've never had to deal with. Baby doll was so, you know, they all are like that though, honestly. We leave the crib. No, I'm saying every woman, you know, throughout like my type of relationships. And I guess it's just the type of man that I am. If we leave the crib and she don't have her phone, and I'm like, Joe, don't you need your phone? I'm with you. I don't give a fuck about that phone. You the only motherfucker you gotta be talking to. You know what I'm saying?
That.
No. But the one woman, of course, you know, was like that. Up on the phone, checking messages, watching movies, all that shit before you even say what's up to a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And like,
but
you know I'm up.
No. But when I did get up, hey baby, hey daddy, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge me. So I understand that it's a problem. I understand that I wouldn't like it, but I've never really experienced it.
Hey, I suppose I've just been a pacifist on that shit.
Yeah.
But I haven't. Yeah, I've just been a pacifist on that.
Most definitely. Because that's something that I'm gonna speak on. Joe, is that phone more important to me? Like, I'm gonna speak on it.
Oh no, I have these fucking thoughts. Like, I fucking jap off. Like,
but see, that's what
like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, that's what they don't like. That's what you cannot do.
Like,
you can't.
That's more my thing.
It's
my
not.
head. It's like,
yeah, and
dude.
It's like no. It's something smooth and real subtle about being a real gentleman, understanding and embodying the character of the gentleman. Not saying that I am. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's a practice.
No, it definitely is something.
Every man has to practice.
And it's something, you know, like most men don't get. You should have a motherfucking tool belt. You should have an arsenal of characteristics that you bust out on the bitch.
Oh yeah, like in the morning, throwing smoking fucking smoke up. Like, oh yeah, oh I see that you like your phone, but it doesn't shine like you in the morning. What's going on?
No,
like some slick ass shit like
no. I wouldn't be so open as to that. Me personally, it would be more of a, you know, I would just grab her and I would grab the phone. You know, fuck out of here with that shit. I'm right here, Joe. You know what I'm saying? I'm your best entertainment. What the fuck is you doing with that right now? That's your side entertainment when I'm not around, motherfucker. Don't you dare treat me like I'm second. I don't come second to anything or anyone in a relationship because I don't do that to you. I wouldn't give a fuck if I'm in the middle of a conversation with a nigga. If you got something to say to me, hold on, baby, talking. You know what I'm saying? Or if I say something to her and we talking in the middle of the conversation. My bad, Joe. You know, shorty got involved in me real quick. You know, but
I suppose I don't always give that courtesy.
Brother, you saw how I treated it on the phone. You saw how I treated it, and that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how it always is. I have to make you feel like you come first. If you don't feel like you come first, you're not gonna put me first, and I definitely need to be first. I don't come second to no thing and no one.
I'm okay with coming second to some things because I know that I put people second.
Nope. My son's my first priority.
See, my girl is my first priority. Like that though.
But you got the girl.
I don't know what that really feels like.
But you got the girl.
No. I've done that before and got fucking pissed on from it.
But you can't let past experience dictate the current trend.
It's not dictating.
You are ruling. You are dictating the relationship, or are you?
No.
What the fuck you mean? The woman follows the man. The man creates the path.
Well, I mean, I set the culture in a way, but I don't like dictate the proceedings.
Oh, most definitely you do. Most definitely you do, and you should. You set the tone. Now you have to follow key. That's what a man does, and that's what a woman needs, and it doesn't have to be in an aggressive manner. The woman likes who you are because she wants to be submissive to who you are, or she wants to be equal to who you are, and so therefore as a man, a real man, you have to set the tone, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Even if she pays all the bills and you give her all the money, you know, that's our arrangement. Like the man is setting that. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. Excuse me. I really wish I knew his name right now. He was one of the gangsters on The Dark Knight Returns, and he is so cool as an actual person in real life. And he said, my wife runs me. He said, my wife pretty much runs me except in the bedroom. And it's because I allow that. And she knows I allow that. I am a fully functional human being. I'm a grown man. But I allow my wife to set the tone because that's what she needs in order to feel secure in our relationship. Whatever the fuck she needs, I'm going to do my best to try to give her that. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where I was immature and I felt like it would compromise my character, but it doesn't. It doesn't change who you are. It shows that you're more open to shifting and being, improv. How to maneuver right with you. I swear to God.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I shouldn't need to explain shit. Like, people shouldn't okay, there's a feeling out period always in a relationship. But, after a certain time, you don't really need to, explain your fucking self every day.
Feel like you don't.
Dude, I'm not a person who's gonna explain myself for the rest of my life.
I'm not that guy either.
Either learn on the fly, which is what they call in sports. Okay, that person took a fucked up rep. Learn not to make that same mistake before you're in the same, before you go up. And so you get to see when I would get last in line, how I would usually end up starting. I'd see everyone fuck up before me and not do that shit. And still do what I want to do, obviously, but I know what not to do for sure. You learn what not to do pretty quickly. That's how you learn quickly. You just learn the rules of what not to do, and then within that, just be creative within those rules. That's how I've learned.
You just got lucky, motherfucker.
No.
Me, as a nigga, we learn everything that we not supposed to do the hard way, motherfucker. motherfucker. I got to get knocked upside my motherfucking head to learn you ain't supposed to do that. I got to go to jail to learn you ain't supposed to do that. I got to get shot at to learn you ain't supposed to do that. We had to learn every motherfucking thing the hard way. And
I got plenty of whoopings.
The whoopings was in between the real shit that was going on in the streets. Yeah, I get damn near killed on the block on some gangbanging shit, then come home and my mama still want to whoop my ass too because I didn't make it home for curfew on time or some shit. So it was just a hard knock life, motherfucker. Yeah. Well before Jay-Z ever said it or came up with a goddamn song for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can miss me with that bullshit. It was really getting knocked around all the motherfucking time, getting your ass beat, and no relief anywhere, ever. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it took a long time for me to realize that everybody didn't have to go through that. Everybody wasn't going to be as hard as I was. Everybody wasn't going to be, have as thick a skin as I do. And once I kind of understood that, I'm not saying it took long. I really understood this shit by the time I was like 12, 13. When I go to my friend's crib and you got a dad, you know what I'm saying? And you got a mom and y'all got a family. Y'all sit down every day at the same night. At the same time and eat dinner and shit. And I can come over and eat dinner with you and all that shit. Like, that shit's crazy.
That was always different.
You know what I'm saying? Each friend, I had 3 good friends. It was 4 of us. It was me, Brian, Devin, and Jose always. And each friend's house was completely different. Jose's father did not speak a lick of English, not one lick of English. His mama was this big, fat, hunky, country white bitch. And
she spoke Spanish?
No, not at all. And they just made it work somehow. It was insane. They had 4 motherfucking kids, 3 boys and a girl.
They had to understand each other in some
way. He loved her. I don't know how, but he did. And they fucking made it work. Brian, his mama did, of course, typical. Brian was black, no daddy around. Mama worked overnight. His mom was never home during the day. We used to go to his crib if we wanted to ditch schools and shit like that. His mom was never fucking home during the day. She at night she was never home at night. And then she was there during the day, but she would sleep all day most of the time. There was like 3 or 4 times I walked into Brian's crib and his mom was like woke on the couch watching TV or some shit. It was a rare occasion that we ever seen her. And then his brother was there, and his house was super fucking messy all the time. His room was completely fucking filthy, dirty all the time. Never cleaned up. Somehow this nigga always managed to find clean clothes to wear. It was insane. And Devin was the house, Irish family, mother, father. He had 2 little brother and sister that was kind of twins, and then it was him, the older brother. And, they were a family, cohesive. His dad was a security guard. His mom was a stay-at-home mom. She made it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were good. They were in order. And then you had my house, which was kind of similar to Brian's house, but it's completely opposite. My mom was no dad around. I never had a man around. My mom was a fucking total, complete neat freak. We had to wash the walls. We had to fucking clean the bathtub and the dishes with bleach and shit like that. You come in my crib, it looked like a fucking museum. Floors waxed. My mom used to get on her knees and wax the floors and all that shit. Like, my house was spotless all the fucking time. Niggas come in my crib and play the game, we kick it. Only thing about my crib that was different from everybody else's crib, we could smoke weed in my house. So we used to go to my crib, get blown. We go to Devin's house, eat food. We go to Jose's crib, we just want to chill in the backyard. We rarely ever went to Brian's crib. You know what I mean? So once you start seeing all these different households and these different traditions and shit like that, you start understanding, what your life is like.
Yeah. It's different than being in the goddamn suburbs where you got like 2 friends, the house that you go to, and you basically just see like less ways of living, really.
Oh no, we was in the city. We in the shop. We on the north side. Yeah. We walk all the way down to the beach and we go swim in Lake Michigan and have a fucking ball, then walk home wet. You know what I'm saying? With no shoes on and shit like that. Shit. Yeah, we go, Lincoln Park and play video games and shit like that. Sometimes we just get on the train and ride. We used to have a good time. We had a good old time. The city was good. We had, one day we went to the McDonald's and it was crazy. We ended up running into some Latin Kings. Them niggas was
the fancy McDonald's?
No, it was regular old McDonald's on Clark Street, but it was just in King territory. The Kings and the Moes used to be over there, and you know, the Blackstones, if you was black, like as long as you wasn't no GD, Blackstones didn't fuck with you. They wasn't about just starting shit. They was black power type shit, so they just wouldn't fuck with you if you was black. As long as you didn't have your hat bent to the wrong side or nothing like that, you was good. You was just a regular old nigga. But the Mexicans, you know, they wasn't trying to hear that shit. Like, you know, they don't give a fuck. They whooping on anybody that ain't supposed to be over there. So we just at the McDonald's, mind our business, getting some food and shit. We leave. Next, you know, these two motherfuckers is following us, talking good shit. What you doing over here, bro? All that good shit. And we ended up under the Metro train little ramp, you know, bite out or whatever. And they was trying to kick it off with us. Luckily, though, I don't even remember how. I swear to God, I'm like 12 years old. My brother came clean out of nowhere. He wasn't even with us. Nigga came clean out of nowhere, Joe. They do have one of them clubs, you know, the club that you use to lock your car. He threw that shit at my brother. That shit missed. I'm talking, my brother was like a fucking superhero, Joe. He beat the dog shit out there. And we just left. Like, he just, y'all get out of here. He just saved our ass. Like, my brother was a monster when he was little. And so, you know, as I grew and seeing that type of shit, it just turned me into my own type of animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my brother don't take no shit, he'll walk up to the biggest motherfucker and just check the shit out of you and just look like, and my brother ain't shit but 5'10". He a short motherfucker, but he is not the one to play with. And I always thought it was funny. Because I could whoop my brother. And
that's like a sibling thing, though. You learn people's secrets and shit.
I know, right?
Like,
that's true. That's true.
Like, you learn motherfuckers' moves.
Because we got to a point where, but plus at the same time, you know, you're not gonna fight dirty against your own brother. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a pretty clean fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about technique. You know, so I don't need to hit you with the bottle or grab the brick or none of that shit. Not saying I won't. I'm just saying I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know, boy. I wish I could say some shit like that. Yeah, we done been through the ringer. You know what I mean? We done been there and back, and they had my ass spanked. I'm talking about hard. I got jumped by like 20 kings one time. I woke up in the back of the police car. Both my eyes was closed. My nose was broken. I had this dark line on my nose forever. It happened when I was like 13. So now for some reason it just disappeared. I'm talking about lip. It took me, I think it took like a good 3 months for me to like look normal again. Before the shit even started healing. Like the cop told me, he said he said they was just beating on your body when I came in there. Like, cause before the shit, like, you know, the shit was getting ready to start. So as the shit is getting ready to start, apparently like somebody in the McDonald's called the police. And the 24th precinct is like 10 blocks down the street. So of course it didn't take them long, but of course they didn't get there in time. So I got fucked up pretty bad. But it was just crazy. Like I just walked into McDonald's and he just like, what's up? I'm just like, what's up? Like I'm just trying to go get me a burger. A surprise, motherfucker. And they came in the restaurant, and once they came in the restaurant, motherfuckers, they did the little, you know, woo-woo, and next thing you know, the restaurant was flooded with motherfuckers, and you know, it's so funny, because I'm not the kid that just get whooped on. Like, I had been there and done that, so, of course, I just started swinging and everything, and the last thing that I really remember was the fucking cashier must have been a Mexican. The cashier was holding me in a headlock, and then all of a sudden, I really just woke up in the police car. And like when I woke up in the police car, I was like, I could barely see. It was like this and shit, and I just could tell I was in a car because the car was moving, and I could tell I was in a police car because it was like kind of tight, and I couldn't move. And I'm like, I know what that shit feels like. So it was funny. It was funny. It was weird. I mean, you know, over 20 years ago now, it's kind of funny, but at the time, I was hurt. It's hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine.
Yeah, but it's just, you know, it's the shit that you go through. That's why people don't understand. Like, a lot of people in my life don't understand shit like that. Like, it's not a lot of things that you could do to me that would ever really hurt me. But there's a lot of shit you can say that you know, when you're close to me, that can fuck me up. And I hate that. Because I hate being real with people and then they turn around and use the shit against you.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I don't know. That's kind of the way of people. say I come across it more often than I should have, but
I wouldn't agree. I'd say you come across it as much as this earth allows you to. Because if there were more good people than bad, you come across more good people than bad. Like, obviously, there's more shitty motherfuckers than good.
I'd say I don't know. It depends on the day, where you go, what you're doing. But it's usually about 55, 45 to like either direction. Like it flips depending on the day. It's not 100% even, but it's not 100% fucked up. Sometimes it can slide to like 60, 40, like depending on where you go.
All right, the big question now. What the fuck is your opinion on what happened to this nigga Nipsey Hussle? What the fuck was that about?
That's one of those 60-40 days. Because they were probably in his neighborhood. I didn't see where it happened. But hey, there were just enough shitty motherfuckers around that are willing to do some shit.
Oh, fucking holy shit.
60-40 on the fucked up side.
Fucking horrible. God damn.
And what? I didn't see when that was. That was either today.
It was yesterday, I believe. I mean, but you know, it's fucking California time, so yeah.
It could have been this morning. Could have been.
I
don't fucking know.
I mean, 33 years old. Man ain't did nothing to nobody really. I don't see that him being in a position to, really endanger anyone else or make them feel as if
he was left that behind, as far as I understood. I never listened to a full project of his.
No, me neither. No, me neither. I won't sit here and lie as if I was a fan or even was, aware of his category.
I knew he was a rapper, but
no. I'm saying of his catalog, music. I had no.
I couldn't name an album.
Not one. So, but I did happen to see the Breakfast Club interview. I mean, I'm a fan of the Breakfast Club, and I did see him on there. I heard what he was saying. I felt what he was saying, and I felt that he should have, he should have had the opportunity to do what he wanted to do. But apparently, they didn't think so. So, no provocation whatsoever. Gunned down in the streets. So.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm aware of Dr. Sebi. I like to say Sebi. That's just the way I pronounce it. If I'm wrong, I need the man here to tell me I'm wrong. But he's not, so. I'm just saying. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need him here to correct me, and he can't do that, so I can say it however the fuck I want. But nonetheless, I respected him. I believed in him. I believed him, when he said that he could do the things that he could do. And so I believe that his death was no accident. And then at the same time, I believe that what happened to Nipsey was intended to keep him quiet or to keep those secrets, under wraps.
Catch.
Go ahead. Why am I supposed to catch this? Why? Why do I need this on camera?
Because Heineken is a sponsor. Isn't that delicious?
Heineken. Can I get a paper towel?
When is a bad time for a Heineken?
My production manager decided to throw a fucking loop
to provide you with some pleasure.
For some odd reason, so.
Why wouldn't he?
Why not? But once we get past all of that, I'll take a sip for Nipsey, take a sip for Dr. Sebi, and
pour some out too. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, pour some on the rug for the homies, most definitely.
Thanks to Heineken.
Heineken. You should pay for Nipsey's funeral.
That's hey, why not?
Seriously. But nonetheless, no. To get it a little bit more serious, like I mean, I feel bad for these people. I feel like the truth is just so covert, so muddled in dirt and blood that it's almost like dangerous for them to allow any of it to be revealed.
Well,
and so they're willing to kill to keep it under wraps.
Kind of on the same subject, like when it comes to like medical stuff, like that's all that has to do with money in the first place. Like there's a lot of money invested into certain things, so there's gonna be a lot of drawback when a end source comes for a particular ailment that like comes against humanity. Well, so like I'm just speaking general.
Yeah, but the numbers. I mean, the numbers. like everybody says.
Obviously, everyone knows
the numbers on cancer, like the numbers on the cancer treatments.
Like, dude, the Susan G. Komen company, like, they made like $100 million
Cancer
on
Centers of America
like a few years ago, and they didn't even donate shit, dude. Like it was a fucking scam,
yeah, it's
dude.
ridiculous.
All this, and it's not like these causes ever lose traction. Like these are the causes where someone can just get away with that, do a few white collar years, and then just be rich.
And the crazy part about it, it's like we always think of like this huge government conspiracy. Well, 9 times out of 10, it was like just some random motherfucker that just didn't want what he was talking about to be like revealed or to hold any merit. So, and 9 times, a lot of times, it doesn't even be like this whole.
It's just one.
We got to keep it quiet. I mean, look at what happened with that North Carolina shit. Like, nobody sent that man in there. He just decided he didn't want to hear what the fucking people was talking about. And that's the type of shit that always happens.
Fucked his car up in the process, but
oh shit, I'm sure that car was meant for ramming. That wasn't his personal shit.
It was a Dodge. Nobody dodged shit. But
oh fuck. And you know,
nobody could dodge shit.
Is I never saw any of that footage until I watched Black Klansman. Thank you, Spike Lee, by the way.
That movie, I just watched that the other day.
That shit was dope.
It's dope.
It was dope, and I love the fact that they put Topher Grace. I mean.
He did that pretty well.
He
almost did that a little bit too well.
Anything outside of that '70s show.
And I had just watched American Ultra like the week before, where he was like the fucked up FBI agent, like sent to like kill the main dude. Like, anyway.
I never saw it.
It's the dude from Zombieland, who's. If you ever
the first one? The main character, the young boy?
Yeah. Who was basically Michael Cera, but not Michael Cera.
Okay.
Like, from Old School, or like, not Old School, Superbad. Fucking, anyway, little darky white dude. Yeah, this movie about him being a fucking agent. But, yeah, Topher Grace was in that shit. Grace was in that shit.
No, he's, anything outside of that '70s show, I tread carefully. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because he didn't get the run like he should have gotten.
Kind of the rest of them got.
Nah. Like the kid who played Hyde, he was already doing his thing. Like he was in Roseanne and all that shit, Poison Ivy back in the day. Yeah, he is already doing his thing. Everybody else on the show except for the dads. The dads were already doing their thing. The moms were doing it. Kitty, she was on fucking Seinfeld, and she had done a few other movies and shit like that before that '70s show. What's her name? Midge and shit. She was Charlie's Angels and shit well before that '70s show. She was doing her thing. The Bob, he was always playing like mob role kind of characters and shit. And then Red, he fucking did RoboCop 2 and shit like back in the day. Like he was already like he was a staple. Yeah, he was good. Like he was good. He was already in
I probably saw him in like a couple Army movies.
Yeah, he was already well known. He was doing his thing. Yeah, so the only person who really came up off that '70s show was fucking Kelso. What the fuck
Ashton
is that
Kutcher.
nigga? Yeah. He created something that we still to this day use as a term. Like, nigga, nobody says yes. Like, nobody says, are they tricking me right now? Or are you motherfuckers serious? Motherfuckers is like, am I getting punked? Like that, like, he created that term for people, which was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mila Kunis, you know, I can't really say as much. Her career didn't take off as much. But after Punked, I mean, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and all these other little silly ass movies he did. Friends with, was it the one that he did with, he was killing it. He was killing all his little teen flicks and shit that he was getting off on. You know,
he's still doing
Topher Grace. I mean, Topher Grace got some hard Hollywood. Come on, man. Spider-Man 3? Like, who the fuck didn't see Spider-Man? He played Venom.
I forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know how you could, because he had no business playing Venom.
Right. That's why I forgot about it.
Eddie Brock is supposed to look like me times 2 at least, and he's supposed to be this hard pumping ass motherfucker.
Why the fuck did he get that?
I can't tell you. Because Stan Lee wasn't actually involved in the direction. Like, he just
that was just a Sony movie,
permission.
right?
No, it's Marvel. You know
no, but I mean, like.
But Stan Lee, what he's been doing is before he died, what he was doing was allowing people to like.
It over now.
I mean, they were writing these alternatives to like X-Men and Spider-Man, and he's just approving this shit. And I don't see why not. I mean, nigga, the movies is making hella money. The movies making hundreds of millions.
Probably wonderful. Right?
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, as old as he made it to, he was like damn near 90. I think he was 88 or some shit. I'm sure he got kids and grandkids and great grandkids, and you know this nigga been making money since he was like 26 or some shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure Stan Lee's
completely fake shit.
Yeah,
completely fake shit.
But do you realize, like, come on, man, if we wrote some comic books right now that were decent,
people are doing that.
If we wrote comic books right now that were decent, that people took on to a liking and read and watched all the time, and then out of nowhere, 5-10 years later, you get a chance to see your comic books turn into cartoons on the screen, actually moving, and then from there, you get to see your cartoons turn into real life movies, and then the CGI and the development of fucking technology makes your shit look damn near real the way you thought it was when you first wrote the comic book. Like, that's a fucking accomplishment.
Yeah, but he grew up in the age where motherfuckers were like.
He grew up in the age where I'm sure that when he wrote Spider-Man, he never thought that before he died, he was going to see Spider-Man swinging through the fucking city of New York in real life.
Some of the first fucking films of all time.
Yeah.
So, like...
Right.
Like...
When the shit was horrible.
But I mean, like, someone who's a teenager right now, their expectations have to be out of this fucking planet. They have to think.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you like you get to see this huge ass accomplishment that you never expected? You never expected it to make it to this point, and it just did. And this shit is dope. So I can see how, you know, the money doesn't matter as much. I just want to see.
It's like make as many endings to the shit as you want. I
just want to see what your version of my character looks like. This motherfucker that I created. Like, yeah, let me see what you can do with my Spider-Man. And they managed to make that motherfucker look colder and colder every time.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a character that I don't think will ever go away.
No.
Batman.
No.
Iron Man. Superman don't get as much play anymore. I don't know what
Superman,
happened.
they haven't done the movies right.
Nah.
I mean, the latest one was okay.
I haven't seen that.
The one with the latest Superman Batman was dope.
Anytime.
But it had what's his face in there, so it was
any fucking time you decide to make Ben Affleck a fucking superhero, something ain't right.
That's where it was.
Something ain't right in the
brought
fucking
down the integrity
world
of Superman.
You brought down the integrity of the character in general by putting Ben Affleck in this motherfucker.
The Superman before that was dope. But when they mixed him into that world, it was over.
Ben Affleck is a fourth-rate character, superhero. Leave him as Daredevil. Make his ass Green Lantern or some shit. Not Superman, not Spider-Man, not
He could have been Ant-Man.
Yeah, you could have been Ant-Man, motherfucker. That's fifth screen. That's the last motherfucker we call when the muscle can't handle shit. Yeah, you could have been Ant-Man, motherfucker. Be an ant, goddammit. But not.
He wouldn't have been funny enough.
Not Batman. Not Batman. I don't think your career is heavy enough. But you know, there was a time where anybody was Batman. Val Kilmer was Batman.
Yeah, Batman had nipples on his goddamn uniform at one time. And it was like all fluorescent and glossy and shit.
Yeah, they were tripping. Polyurethane Batman outfits and shit. Yeah, they were tripping. Mannequin outfits for Batman and shit. Yeah, they were tripping. And I never understood why. I actually think George Clooney did okay as Batman, but at the same time, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, like, you know, Batman still had this comical effect to him. Now everything is so serious. And don't get me wrong, I mean,
why so serious?
The Dark Knight Returns, I still watch that to this day. Like that was a cold ass movie. They killed that shit. They killed that shit. The one with Bane, always because I stick to the original Bane story, I really didn't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen his original story.
And then, of course, Batman Returns was probably, The Dark Knight Returns was probably the only one that I really fuck with. The dude who played Two-Face, he's a monster. I love the way his acting skills are on point. And that whole being trained by Ra's al Ghul shit, like, that just didn't sit well with me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, was that how it happened?
Not at all. He never met Ra's al Ghul until well into his Batman years. Ra's al Ghul always referred to him as the greatest detective. Like, their relationship was based off of his superiority and his wanting to be better than Batman. Like, it wasn't based off the fact that I trained you, motherfucker, and now you think you're better than me. Like, I didn't dig that at all. I didn't dig that storyline at all. And a lot of times people don't understand shit like that. People think that I'm just like, trying to hate on it or something. It's like, nah. I love that original story, and if you can stick to that original story and find a way to bring that to the cinematics, I think that you
almost didn't even need that part.
No, they really didn't. But that was the setup for the Bane story, apparently. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I have a feeling that they had to do the Bane story because of what happened with the boy in Batman Returns, Dark Knight Returns. Nobody expected the Joker to die. This was the one motherfucking time in the movie where the Joker actually lived. In every other Batman movie, the Joker dies. Always the Joker dies. And he's never supposed to die. So in this one, when he said that shit, like, I think we're destined to do this shit for the rest of our lives, I'm like, that's right. That's right. Then this nigga fucks around and kicks the bucket. And now we fucked on the next Batman.
The best Joker of all time.
Best Joker since fucking Jack Nicholson.
Hamill.
No, Jack Nicholson was the shit. Oh, dude. No, bro.
Cartoon Mark Hamill is contracted to be the cartoon Joker.
We talking about the cinematic Joker, though. Okay. And the cinematic Joker was dope as fuck was Jack Nicholson. And they had no business killing the Joker in the first viewing of the Joker. They had no business putting the Joker in the first Batman anyway.
Batman never kills Joker.
Never.
It is supposed to be something that's like an endless relationship.
It's an everlasting battle. What's his name? Michael Keaton, you bogus. You bogus to the motherfucker. You had no business killing the Joker. Jack Nicholson shouldn't have died ever. And I think that had they made that right, had they done that right, that Joker character could have continued until that new Joker. Because with that new Joker, it would have been, just handing down the mantle, passing on the torch. And that boy fucking killed it.
Yeah.
That boy killed that shit. And I'm thinking to myself, I cannot wait to see how he does the Joker, continuing on.
No.
And then the boy had to off himself. But I think he really offed himself based off that Brokeback Mountain shit. Like, that was just too much to happen. You go from Brokeback Mountain to the Joker and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
but he was a method actor, so he would just.
Well, does that mean methadone?
No, that means like
what they going off
some type of shit. The fucking person is.
But they was fucking up.
So like,
I heard he was popping pills or something.
Yeah, he would like. He wasn't communicating with people besides going and said. Like, he was just living in like a dark world from all that I've heard, and fucking just being out at night and doing like this and that, or being the fucking Joker, basically.
That shouldn't killed the motherfucker.
And showing up on set.
That shouldn't
and
have
then
killed
after
you.
the movie's done, you gotta stop being the Joker until it's next time to be the Joker.
So?
The Joker's a fuck.
If you a method actor, motherfucker, part of your method should be able to come off of the character. You should be able to incline yourself to become that character and then decline yourself to not become that character. Or just be the Joker. But why you gotta die?
You didn't have to.
No, and I wish he wouldn't have. He was dope, and I would have loved to see what else a motherfucker could do.
Yeah.
I just watched that video. Did you watch that video with me? Oh my God, I need to put that video on the show one of these days. Fucking white kids sitting around saying like, you know, fuck Jews, get rid of all the niggas and all this shit.
And drunk college kids.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But
I'm gonna start by posting.
No. They didn't take it too far. I'm gonna start posting that shit at the end of our show. So when you get through listening to the shit I say, bitch, you can realize there's hoes out here that's talking way worse than me. Fuck you. Every single time, so.
Not a bad idea.
Just
like during the end credits, just like shit.
Yeah,
like.
I think it's a great idea. Just so you know.
Fine.
Just so you can have an insight on how they talk when they think ain't nobody listening.
Well, that was when people knew people were listening. There was a video camera being turned. And
obviously you didn't
back
give a
and
fuck.
forth.
And the thing that you don't understand, neither do I. I can't give a fuck either, bitch. So, fuck you. What's the word, huh? Are we done?
I don't know how.
Keep going? Good. I would have kept going.